What is up, guys? Blackscape here, and today we have brand new art, and this is coming from an unlikely source. This is someone who is a brand new artist to Dragon Ball. They are dropping their hat in the ring, creating brand new Dragon Ball art, all in celebration for the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball. And the artwork, honestly, it speaks for itself. This is one of my favorite artists of all time. It is Boichi, and he is the artist that drew Sunken Rock, Origin, the Martial King, but he is most notably known for his artwork on Dr. Stone. Now, if you haven't seen Dr. Stone, I highly recommend it. It is a phenomenal series about essentially the end of the world, rebuilding society, and the smartest man on the planet. It is by far the smartest anime that I've ever seen because of just how in-depth they go when it comes to recreating things in a stone world, a world that is almost prehistoric, but in the future. It's a whole story, guys, that I feel like you guys are definitely missing out if you have not watched it. But the creator, or the artist, Boichi, who does the artwork for the manga, decided to draw brand new art for Dragon Ball's 40th anniversary, and I'm going to show you guys the pieces right now, and the last one is my favorites. Here we have Boichi's Piccolo, and Piccolo reflects Boichi's skill in portraying otherworldly figures with a green skin and tattered cape, rendered in a striking contrast, exuding power, his mystique, and just the excessive almost details on the clothing. He definitely does Piccolo justice, and we got three-fingered Piccolo back, the original. So this one I like a lot, mainly due to the fact that it definitely fits into Boichi's wheelhouse, because really a lot of the series that he does are more human characters, so having a non-human character be portrayed in this way and having a Piccolo, I think it's a pretty good Piccolo. But my favorite little detail is that Dragon Ball's artists, Toyotaro, they usually give these characters like Piccolo a huge forehead ridge, like huge brow ridge, and it's extremely pronounced. Well, this one is the attempt by Boichi to do it, and I think it comes off extremely naturally. I love the way that not only the ridges on the forehead kind of come down, but also the fact that it isn't so distracting, and it really could have been really distracting since it's a underneath Piccolo pose, but this one I think is really cool, and the cape really ties it all together. 100% I like this one. I think this is definitely a 7 or 8 out of 10. Next, we have one depicting Master Roshi. Now, Master Roshi, this highlights Boichi's ability to blend humor with action. The flowing robes and detailed hand gestures are rendered with a meticulous touch, while the earthy tones and subtle shading give depth to the character's age, his wisdom, and honestly his playful demeanor. I mean, Master Roshi is extremely playful, he's a funny character. But not only does it fit very well, because again, Boichi is really used to creating artwork that fits regular people, relatively no aliens or mystical beings, so it's just basically an old guy. But I like the fact that the turtle shell itself is what is probably the most striking part of this image, and it's extremely realistic looking. It looks like he actually put a shell on his back, while I mean in other anime or whatever, they really have a hard time grasping the realism behind the turtle shell. With the beard, the eyebrows, and the glasses, and again, all the details in the clothing. I feel like this is definitely prime Master Roshi. I think this is one of the best Master Roshi drawings that I've ever seen, or illustrations that I've ever seen. Boichi definitely blew it out of the park. I feel like this probably took him a good maybe 4 or 5 hours to create, depending how fast he is in making it. But this one's one of my favorites. Let me know what you guys think of this Master Roshi. I definitely give this one, I think this one is probably a little bit more detailed than the Piccolo, so I give this one probably 8 out of 10. And last but not least, we have Vegeta. Now this one to me is separated from the other two because it is probably the most exaggerated, because Boichi, the way that he does Dr. Stone specifically, his stunning work brings a vibrant and dynamic flair to Dr. Stone, and that is reincorporated into this Dragon Ball artwork. It really shows Boichi's mastery of intense expressions and exaggerated features with bold, spiky blue hair that radiates energy. I mean, the entire aura coming from this artwork is just intense, which is exactly the way that I picture Vegeta, the early versions of Vegeta, exactly how I pictured him in the Saiyan saga. Extremely intense, extremely like a flurry of energy, a flurry of intense emotion, and just anger or insanity, because in this picture he's laughing. Well, Vegeta had that angry scowl and smiling look all before Goku whooped his butt. So this honestly is extremely early Vegeta coded. And I mean, the wide-eyed glare that captures Vegeta's fiery spirit, the vivid colors, the sharp clean lines, adds a modern, almost painterly texture, enhancing the dramatic effect on what Vegeta looks like. Now, Vegeta was extremely happy during the beginning of the Saiyan arc before he fought Goku. Then he lands on Namek before he fights Frieza. But there's one more moment that this signifies where Vegeta is just this level of extreme happiness and exaggerated gleefulness, and that is when he is revived. So as you guys can see in the armor, this is when Krillin shoots Vegeta right through the chest, and then Vegeta is killed by Dende, and then he's killed by Frieza. So you can see the broken nature of his armor in both spots where Frieza killed him and Krillin almost killed him. And so this is where Vegeta comes back to life after Frieza killed him, and he is laughing because he sees that Goku has turned into a Super Saiyan. I mean, even the coloring in his hair and like in the definition and his muscles, you can see the yellow glint. This shows that he is either in the presence of a Super Saiyan or on planet Namek as it is actively exploding, and the laughing and wheezing. I can already hear him saying, Kakarot, you dog, from the US broadcast where he says that shit, because he sees that Goku has turned into a Super Saiyan, and he's laughing about it because he's so happy to see that Frieza is going to lose. I think that this one is the best one out of all of them. It gives a 9 out of 10, but as the other ones, I could see it being its own animation style and series. This one, I feel like his face looks way too much like some of the faces on Dr. Stone, so I wouldn't want to see a series about him, but I do think that the artwork itself, it speaks volumes. But these are the artworks that we got from Boichi. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of it. Talk to you guys in the next one.
Subscribe for more content.